Okay, let's do this again. YouTube's changed the software since I did this last. Now they have a button I have to push. I can't just stream. So I did an entire show, well, 15-minute show. This is going to be a short show anyway. Did an entire 15-minute show. Thought I was done, and then saw nobody, everyone was waiting for me still. Sorry. I'm hearing myself through my speakers here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, now I see myself. I see chat and everything. Yeah, that's amazing. They have a little button in the corner that says go live now. They didn't used to have that. I used to just, turn on my streamer and it would just come up. So I did a whole show and it wasn't actually on. It said excellent health. It looked like I was online, but I didn't press the thing. But this time it actually probably came up and it said, you're all set. Press the button to go online. It didn't say that the last time. It just showed my video. So that was a different story. Anyway, so now we're working. It only took 15-20 minutes to get the 8 o'clock show going. I have never had a show start on time, I don't think, ever. So thanks y'all for being patient. I have to remember that stupid button up there. Glasses. I've been wearing the same pair of contacts for 2.5 years, so I thought I had to get them out of there before I go blind. So I had to order these glasses online. I can't stand the glasses. All the glasses they usually have are these little ones, so I ordered these special because I don't like to feel. I feel claustrophobic with small lenses. So these are crap, but they'll do until I can get my contact lenses back. Anyway. So let me go in and see what's going on here in chat real quick. Hello, Ruptured Duck, Joe Rainier, Ruth Ann Francis, CD Squatcher, Brian Middleton. Who else is in here? Those are all the ones I'm seeing so far. Let me see. I feel like a newbie now. I guess that's everybody I'm seeing in chat, except for Chab1RD1. Okay. I don't know if... I think that's a girl. She's still in here. But, hello everybody. Alright, the Year of Hell. What's that all about? Hi, Amy. The Year of Hell. What's that all about? Those of you who have hung out in Discord will have a very good idea of what this was all about in my Discord channel. And those of you I'm going to tell you. I swore I would never. I always thought it was stupid to have relationships with people online that you meet over the internet, and I should have listened to myself. I had a relationship with somebody. We ended up getting married. She turned out to be crazier than a sack of cats. So she kept getting violent with me. I had to call police on her 3 times while we were living together. She hurt me once so bad I still haven't healed from it. My knee, she ripped my leg out from under me. Because of that, I couldn't work for over a month, and that caused me to not make my quota for the IRS. So now I owe them like $14,000 for last year for my medical. This year we had to file jointly because when you're married, you're required by law well, not required, but you're required to file jointly or you don't qualify for the medical. So once her father died, she got her $200,000 of inheritance or more. I know it's at least that. She decided she didn't need me anymore for my little bit of money that I was getting because she was too lazy to work, and deleted her email, her Gmail account, and changed her phone number. And now I can't get a hold of her, and I'm going to have to pay the IRS like $25,000 once they catch up to me because of her. So she kept trying to control the show. She was on the show drunk, as most of you know if you watch those shows. And then when I told her, everyone knows you're drunk, she told me to delete the show. So there was like 3 or 4 shows I did that I had to delete because she didn't like the fact everyone knew she was drunk. However, refused to quit drinking. I didn't realize she was that big of a drinker until I actually moved in with her down there in Louisiana. Dorothy Russell was her maiden name, if you want to know who she is. She goes by Dee Dee here. If you run into her, run the other way, because she's crazier than a sack of cats, I'm telling you. And I tried to get her to go into counseling. I thought maybe we'll work things out, but she refused, and she just get more and more belligerent, more and more abusive. So finally, you know, I told her that either she goes into counseling and stops drinking, or that's it. So that's it. But she's I don't know if that's it. I can't even divorce her because I don't know where she is. So I can't get a hold of her anymore. My eyes are watering because I just took my contacts out yesterday, and they've been burning all day since I wore those contacts for 2.5 years. My eyes got used to having coverings on them, I guess. Hey, Roland. Well, that was me trying to have fun, but she was just... She has all the symptoms of what they call a vulnerable narcissist, which is somebody who try to create situations where where they can pour me and all that stuff because they like the attention and all that. You know, I wouldn't do it. I'm really convinced that she tried to get me to hit her, because I mean she whipped me with a USB cable once, and I think she was trying to get me to get physical with her. But I turned around, I ended up calling the cops on her because I didn't want that. I didn't want none of what was going on there. So she got angry. How dare you? And I mean, she threatened me. It reminded me of the roles were reversed, you know. You hear about guys who beat their wives, and then when the wives calls the police, the guys beat them again. The only thing is that she couldn't, I mean, she could still do stuff to me, but, you know, she would have to do a hit and run, you know, which is what she did when she was there. She would like she was whipping me with the USB cable because that way she didn't have to get close, because she knew if she got close, if I got a hold of her, she was all over with, you know, so she'd do hit and runs. But anyway, so she can't literally beat me, but it was the same kind of mentality. She got angry at me for calling the police on her. Who does that? And all, I mean, it was crazy. Well, she was putting on I'm answering Roadie One's comment here. It's easy to get involved because they're fun at first. No, she was actually putting on an entire show. I don't know what her motivation was, but she was trying to be like this perfect girlfriend at first. But after we got married, all that changed. I mean, you know, I don't know why she did that, because she knew I had MS. I'm handicapped. I'm crippled. I can't have a regular job. There was no way she was going to get money out of me, which is one of the reasons I was convinced, oh, she must be sincere. But then once we got married, she was constantly, $5 here, $10 there. I mean, she really racked up. I probably gave her, I don't know, $4,000 of money I made last year that I really couldn't afford. And she overdrew my bank accounts. She did all kinds of stuff. And now she's got $200,000 in inheritance, and she's cut me off so that I can't even talk to her. You know, not that I could get any of it, but in addition to running me up to like over $25,000 in debt, she takes off and decides that she doesn't have to take any kind of responsibility for what she did, overdrawing her account. One of our accounts still overdrawn. You know, I can't pay that yet. It took me all this time to get my car payment back up to date, which I don't even have yet. But as of probably the next couple of days, I'll have my car payment back up to date. It was almost $1,000 behind. I was worried they were going to take it. Once they took that, there was no way for me to make money. So yeah, it was a year of hell. Not just because she was trying to control my show. She would get angry at me. She would get violent about it because she didn't like the way I was doing it and stuff like that. It was all kinds of crazy stuff. So I decided I needed to shut the show down before she causes so much reputation damage to my show that everyone, you know, unsubscribes and never comes back again. So it was better for me to stay quiet for a while, because a lot of creators, they'll take a long vacation sometimes, you know. This is longer than I wanted, but I was hoping she would go into counseling and stop drinking, and then things would get better. But she refused to do that. You know, she chose alcohol over her husband, is what she did. Hold on a second, people. The plane should not be that close to my house, this far away from the airport. Yeah, so. Hey, Brian Middleton. Yeah. And I hadn't, my last wife, I got divorced from in 1995 and swore I'd never get married again. You know, I was convinced by multiple people to be open-minded, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I don't hold it against them. I thought, well, you know what, they're probably right. I shouldn't be so close-minded. I should, you know, and, you know, this is what happened. So now I'm back to screw that, you know. I'm not being open-minded anymore. To hell with it. Man, my eyes are burning. Okay. Dee Dee, yeah, that was ruptured duck. Yep, that was her. Yeah. See what I mean? I mean, everybody, my father and stepmother met her and said they thought she was amazing, a wonderful woman, blah, blah, blah. And then this happened. I was talking to my dad. She really snowed me. And he said, well, she snowed us too because we thought she was fantastic. So, you know, she really does know how to put on a show. But she's poison. Yeah, and folks, I am going to talk about what the future of the show here in a minute. Right now, this is more of a vlog than it is a normal show. I want to get everyone up to date, let everyone know, you know, where have I been and why. I shut the show down to keep it from being destroyed, is what I did, because that's what she was going to do. She had these really stupid ideas about the show. She thought that she knew better than me. I'm destroying it by doing it this way. I'm like, I've been doing this show for what, 7 years? I mean, it doesn't look it in the history, but yes, I've been doing this show for since 2013. So I started out on Blog Talk Radio. But anyway, so, you know, I'm like, I think I know what I'm doing. She go, oh, you're going to lose all of your subscribers, and I haven't lost any. So, you know, in a year of being quiet, I haven't lost any subscribers. I mean, I've here and there, but I've gained more than I've lost and that kind of thing. Oh, my eyes are burning. Sorry, folks, my eyes are burning. Yeah, I plan on getting back to it, doing my own thing. And, okay, what I covered in the show that didn't ever make it out there, because those of you who were at the beginning, the reason my show started so late is because YouTube changed the interface. So I sat here and did a good 15-20 minute show. What time? Where are we at now? I don't know yet. I did a good 15-minute show, and then got back to the chat and saw somebody saying, "Is he going to start soon?" So that's the only reason I knew that something was wrong. Well, they changed it. Now there's a little button up in the corner. You know, once you come up everything looks right, you know, and it says your signal's good, blah, blah, blah. You have to hit go online now, which I don't remember having to do before. I used to just turn on. I could do a show without ever opening the browser before, but now you have to. Anyway, so the future of the show. YouTube has changed things to the point where even the big channels can't make money. So somebody small like me can't make money because I'm handicapped, and this has gone. It used to just be something I did because I enjoyed it. Then it became somewhere where I need to make a little money at to help subsidize my income because I'm handicapped. I can't do anything now. So YouTube is no good for that anymore. So I'm moving to another platform. I am going to still be on YouTube because this other platform will synchronize with YouTube. So even though I'm not making money on YouTube until YouTube, and I'm sure they're going to put a stop to this, until, you know, I'm going to actually put my shows on YouTube and they will be synchronized to this other platform. Right now, that's in the process. It's in the process of copying all of my old shows over right now. That's going to take a while. It could take a few days. So once that's done, I'm going to come on here and do another vlog, let y'all know where it is, because I really want all of you to move over to this other platform, because on there I'll be able to make money. Over here I can't. And it's the same thing, you know, except you'll be helping me to make money if you go onto that platform and watch the show. And that platform's better. It's not as many restrictions as far as what I can say, what I can do. You know, they're not going to shut off my videos because they don't like something in them or something like that. It's a much better platform, more like YouTube used to be way back in like 2007 or whatever, you know, way back. So that's where I'm going. In addition to that, it'll let you post videos, audio, photographs, and text. So I'll be able to expand on what I'm actually putting up as far as content on that platform, stuff I can't put here. I mean, here you can do photos as long as like they're in your video, but over there I'll actually be able to just post photos with like captions or whatever. It's kind of like being able to have what is it, Twitter, only it's right there in the channel. You know, you'll be able to post comments and text and I mean all kinds of stuff over there. It's a really good deal, and it's an up and coming replacement for YouTube. A lot of creators are moving away from YouTube. They're not going to be around anymore. They're all coming up with their own solutions to this problem, and a lot of them are actually going to this as a platform, which I will tell you about in my next video. All right, let me get caught up on the chat here. Wow, why is my eyes burning so bad all of a sudden? They were burning like this last night when I first took my contacts out, but they've been fine all day until just now. Okay, let's see. Frank Smith. Hey, how's it going, Frank? Yeah, that was the thing of it. Frank Smith says, you know, at least he didn't marry her. He went through a similar thing. I didn't find out any of this until after we were married. I mean, almost immediately after we were married, I was like, uh-oh. I mean, because I even actually looked into the annulment and found out that not only the state of Louisiana, but evidently nobody does annulments anymore. So I guess some places will do it like, I forget what it is. It has to do with a crime or something, if there was a crime involved. But most of them won't just let you annul somebody anymore. There is no such thing anymore. Let's see, Frank, new subscriber rate, thanks. Patrick, don't want to call. What now? Don't want to call our exes poison. Sometimes we just grow out of. Patrick, oh hell no, dude. I'm talking. We got married 2 days after we got married. She started with me to the point where I was going to call the cops. We were on our honeymoon basically at a hotel down in Louisiana. As soon as we were married, the crazy came out. And of course I tried to live up to my vows and, you know, work through it and try to help her. And, you know, I planned on getting her to see somebody, but she refused. There's nothing I can do to help her, you know. And then once her father died and she was getting her inheritance, she completely cut me off. She deleted her email address, changed her phone number. So I have no idea how to get a hold of her anymore. Because in the meantime, she went back to stay with her father. I was down there living with her. After I called the cops on her the third time while we were there, she went to live with her father. She was going to take care of him because he was in a nursing home and wanted to go home. He didn't want to die in a nursing home. Well, the day after he got there, he died. The day after I came back to Alabama, he came out of the nursing home, and the next morning he died. So, because I'm up here and she's down there, she deleted her email, changed her phone number, and now I have no way to get a hold of her. I can't even divorce her, because in the state of Alabama, they have to have jurisdiction over her, and she's never lived here, so they don't. So the only way we can get divorced is in Louisiana, or if I get a hold of her and have her sign off a waiver of jurisdiction so we can get divorced. See, Brian, I've always listened. Yeah, actually, the same blather other hosts say, exactly. You know, that's why I won't do some shows, and it's why, like, my shows were never really very regular because I didn't want to be that guy that comes on and just to get a show out there, I talk about the same crap everyone else does. You know, I always wanted to make sure that what I would say, it was something that I felt needed to be said, and that kind of thing. But I'm thinking about expanding the show in some way. I just don't know how yet. To maybe do breakdowns of videos, breakdowns of photos. Oh yeah, she did, Patrick. Hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, she put on a good show. She had my father, my stepmother fooled. She had everybody fooled. She had a good friend of ours fooled, somebody who was friends of both of ours, that was involved the whole time that we started getting, you know, serious about each other. And then 6 months after we got married, she won't even talk to her anymore because of some of the crazy. I won't say who she is, but yeah, I never knew how much she was drinking because I was up here, she was down there. And then once I was down there, there were things that I thought were silly and funny because we were on audio talking in Discord. And then she would get mad about, and I thought she was joking about being mad, right? Once I was there and I saw her in person, those things that I thought were silly turned out to be what happens when she gets drunk. And the being angry, which I was, you know, joking about, oh yeah, right, haha, you're mad. She really was mad. So when I was right there in the room, she got violent with me. She would hit me, she'd throw shit at me, you know. So, whole different story. Things that I were dismissing as, you know, people joking around, turned out it wasn't, you know. So it was stupidity on my part. But if you're talking about half of her inheritance, no. In the state of Louisiana, inheritance is always, it's actually most states, inheritance is the sole property of the inheritor. It never becomes marital property unless she were to deposit it into a joint bank account. Then it would become where you could split it. It's the only way. And of course, as soon as she found her father died, that's when she cut things off. She kept in touch with me for a couple of weeks after that, but she would call me to tell me, I need $5. She was just getting money from me, and then finally I told her I can't, and then she stopped calling me, and I said, why is it that you're only calling me when you need money? And she got angry at me, and that's when she deleted her email, changed her phone number, because I guess she knew the jig was up. So, all right. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm going to, I don't know what time, how long we've been going here. 25 minutes. Yeah, this was just going to be a quick, get y'all updated. There will be stuff coming in the future. Right now, I'm waiting for this other platform to finish copying my videos over, and then I'm going to start fresh. We're going to, you know, I'm going to let y'all know where it is, because like I said a few minutes ago, I hope everybody goes to that platform, because when you do that, you'll be helping me actually make money as opposed to YouTube, where I don't make anything. You know, it doesn't cost you either. It doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, Frank, I'm pretty much over it. You know, in the very beginning when she started, I saw it coming. So I was kind of prepared. By the time I'd even moved down there, the only reason I did it was because we were married, and that's what you do, is you try to work things out with your wife. But I was ready to call it quits months ago. So when she did this, you know, the only thing I'm pissed off about is that she's got me $25,000 in debt, and she just got $200,000 inheritance, and she's not even going to bother to say, hey, you know what? I caused this. Let me give you the money to take care of that. Oh, hell no. No, she doesn't think I'm entitled to anything. Matter of fact, she's mad because of the money that she put, I think, $2,000 into our home down there, because she got the house and all of that. She was angry about that. that it was me using her somehow. You know, I'm like, you're out of your mind. Yeah, I gave her over $4,000 to keep putting gas in her car and stuff like that, and evidently buy wine that I didn't know about for the whole time before she ever got a job. And then she's mad about the fact that she had to pay rent. You know, you're out of your mind. A mixer or... What do you mean? Roland, you're going to like a mixer or... I don't know what that is. D-Live? I don't know what that means. Anyway, folks, so my eye's burning up for some reason. I have to go put some eye drops in it. Hopefully in the next couple of days this other platform will finish copying my content over, and once that happens I'll do another show and get y'all up to speed, where to go, all of that stuff, and we'll kick things off all over again. And I'm going to redo some of those shows because they're kind of, I listened to some of them and I don't like the way they come out, so I'm going to kind of redo some of them. I might just remaster them, so to speak, or I might redo the entire show. I don't know. So anyway, thank you everybody for coming around. I've been down for so long I didn't think anyone would show up. And I promise things will continue on from here. So until next time, y'all take it easy.